Now, let's go back to Ophelia Azure, our clinical psychologist who is with us via Zoom. Ophelia, two questions for you. There's one on our WhatsApp that says that if we were talking about autonomy for these girls, telling them that they have the right to decide whether or not they should cut their hair, or we should give them the opportunity to decide whether or not to cut their hair, then what happens with those who say, okay, they also don't want to wear uniforms, they want to wear mufti, or they want to wear other kinds of dresses to school? That's one. And can you help us understand the psychological and emotional implication for this policy or this directive for our senior high school children to cut their hair?
Okay. First of all, I would like to educate our viewers on what autonomy is, okay? So autonomy is not about rebellion or disobedience. It's the ability to think independently, to make choices aligned with one's own personal values, and lastly, to take responsibility for one's own action. So the key term autonomy is just allowing the teenager to take control of their lives and make small decisions right now that helps to curtail what they do in and about in school. Small decisions like what hairstyle to wear, time management, self-management skills, and even how to use their, their siesta time, right? The time is so short, we can really go deeper into how, culturally sensitive this is rooted into. But I also went through the public school system, and I also at a point joined a private school, which was a Catholic school. And you know how the Catholics are very disciplined in that manner. I had to cut my hair and all of that. I went through that. But I just want to say that the colonialism aspect of this has affected leadership skills, parental and parenting, and also social conformity aspects in life, that it goes deeper for us to reflect and then rethink about how these things actually affect the girl child. Even though we are just limited it towards education, it goes deeper into the personality aspect of the girl. So for psychological impact, there's the mental disdain, all right, about perceived personality. And I even spoke about it, about an example. I shared an example earlier that we are teaching our girls to people please. We are not teaching them to be of themselves, okay? They come out and they conform. I remember Zip Benny spoke about the urge to be on social media and even the ability to not control. It's because when you suppress someone for a long time, when they get the opportunity, they abuse it, okay? And so there are so many psychological therapies that has propounded on this, and so we need to read further if we are dealing with children to understand child psychology and stuff like that, because a lot of things that have been said, they are just speculative or out of sensitivity and just presumed. It's not backed up by research or longitudinal studies or anything or data. We are just assuming that this is how these girls are going to be. But like I was saying, the psychological aspect is suppressed emotional expression. Self-expression is the foundation of self-confidence. And so when you're teaching the students to become something in future, they cannot become it if they are not who they are. All right. So in psychological well-being, there are 5 key categories that helps with the human well-being. That is environmental mastery. If you talk about they can manage their hair and all of that, you provide them the skills. You can't judge someone if you haven't provided them the ability to do something. They just need the privilege to show up for it. So you offer them the skills, the resources, materials needed to do that. An example is the hair grooming skills. You have to teach them how to do it.
Okay.
Secondly is autonomy, like I just said. For an individual to feel the wholeness of who they are, because human psychology is basically about how we think, how we feel, and how we behave. The impact of that, like when we suppress people at a longer time, they just become what the society wants them to be.
Indeed.
There are girls today who do not know how to. There are women today who cannot manage their hair, and they spend thousands of Ghana cedis buying fake hair. Fake hair imported from countries where they have allowed their girls to be. Like, logically reasoning, do you see how this is? It's so bad.
Ophelia, keep it at 3 points for me, please. Keep it at 3 points. So you've said the first one, the second one. What will be the last one?
Okay, so the last one, I'll just say we need to review this rule because it's taking our identity. It's not who we are. Our hair is powerful, our hair is spiritual, it defines us, and our hair is a is a non-verbal communication. Your hair alone can determine whether you get the job or not, whether your in-laws accept you or not, or even if it will determine your next date. And so the hair carries power. It is our
Indeed.
virtue as women. The
Wow.
Bible speaks a lot about hair. And so if you want girls to grow up loving who they are, then we need to start grooming them and helping them to nurture the skills of truly who they are, because that is the psychological foundation of raising beautiful, powerful girls. Yeah.
Ophelia has won my heart with that last point. Thank you very much,
Ah,
Ophelia Azure.
you're
Thank you for
welcome.
joining us.